What's up, Master Builders, and welcome back to Ginny Bricks Railway. And today we are going to be talking about brake fans, the most important vehicle rolling stock on your train. And as you can see, I got about 4 different brake fans. One of them is different, one of them is copy, but I didn't brought all of them onto the table. The only reason why I brought this one along is because it's different colour, so that's why I get away with that one. But all the other ones are pretty much, I have got another one of this one. But of course, I don't want to put it onto the table to fill it too much up. But yes, these are the brake fans. And pretty much, I think it's in order of which way I built it. Even though Toad might be the very first, or yeah, these brake fans at the front, they was pretty much the first brake fans I built, but from redesigns purposes, Bradford is more likely the oldest model. Toad have been updated since then, but still shows the old version of it. This brake fan here is got the undercarriage being updated, but the bodywork is not been updated yet. And also, this is the updated version. It's like the recent one. That is quite a funny scenario. But let me quickly turn over to the red one. This one, it does not got reels underneath. It's pretty much Bradford's brake fan, but with a red colour scheme. It's like, even though you've got white and red lining on there, but that's pretty much the same with Bradford. Got block buffers, doorways. But apart from that though, it's like red everywhere. Apart from that though, I will show you Bradford, because everybody might want to see Bradford more than this red brake fan. Just a heads up, this brake fan will be what I want to sort of use for Boko, for his China clay trucks. Might be, depends how long this brake fan is compared to the length of track that he's on. But let's go and look at Bradford. And this is a quite interesting build, even though I want to redesign him because I have gained better skills since then. But yeah, this is the old version when I got one of those L plates going at the bottom. This is how I used to do it. I have used this kind of design in the future, but it's on the top section and then you've got funky things, but I will show you that now. But this is how I used to do it. These are old buffers where I used to brick built the engine's buffers and have the tube on the front to make it look more realistic. I have found better ways to shorten it, as you might see at the later brake fans. But the colour scheme is pretty much green throughout most of the bodies. Dark green to be accounted some on doors or on the ducats. The white and red that I showed you on the actual red brake fan. And yeah, straightforward is, there's the face. If I spin it on the other side, that's what he looks like without the face. And yeah, pretty much this is how old-fashioned he is. Even Toad's got an updated framework. It's like this is just bricks, just bricks going upwards, attached to the top. We'll definitely need to update Bradford one day. He's got multiple window ports going around. I think all the brake fans can have their roof removable. So they're all got 1x4 curves. So just to let you know that. Sort of inside is pretty much nothing because nobody's not really going to see it. But this was a very old design, so we'll have to update it one day. And doors are pretty much this is need to be the days when I need to have a headlamp bricks to act as a doorknob These day and age, it will be a roller skate blade piece that you might see in the future in one of the later brake fans. No, actually I do not. I lied about that. But yeah, pretty much inside is nothing. The windows do not got glazing in it. That's because I was a bit lazy back then. But nowadays I would definitely put glazing through every single window. And yeah, the wheels are pretty much the same. It's just normal Lego wheels. When you go on to the later brake fans, you will see that I do not do that anymore. So that is Bradford. And the next one is Mr. Toad. Brum brum. Sorry, Mr. Toad. Let's swap Bradford with Toad. And this is a better look at him. This definitely have a redesign since the last time you saw him. He's a bit more better. I think you could do a bit more better than this, but as far as I'm concerned, this is good. You can tell this is still an older version though, because you still got this bottom railing. This is the same thing that I use for Victoria as well. And if I'm putting it close enough, you can just see that the tiles are basically just 1x2 tiles with a 1x6 tiles going down every so often. And then there's like a little door. That's on a bracket piece, if I remember correctly. Yes, that's on a bracket piece. This one is connected by a brick with stud on all 4 sides, so it gives you a little indent, so the door looks a bit more promising. Here's Toad's face, and yes, going along with this, carrying on, and that's where you get the framework to go up to the actual roof. As you can see, Emmett is his guard. Do not know if that's a good idea or not, but he's trusting him. And also, you got the brick-built buffers as well. This is still how you know this is an older model. The next 2 brake fans I'm going to show you have got the newer buffer beams and new frames and all that. But still, the other side is pretty much the same. The back is just multiple 1x2 tiles, but the windows are actually a bracket going attached to here, going inwards to offset it a bit to make that little ducket looks. And yeah, even though this is meant to be dark grey, but this only comes in light grey. When I previously brought pieces for this, I bet you now there might actually be dark grey with dark windows. But yeah, the roof comes off, as you can see. Let me put Mr. Toad on the ground. As you can see, since Toad got an opening just here, that's what this part here is. This is just indicating that it's just starting the roof part of it, so it doesn't look too awful. Like you just see from the back just there, it just gives that little hint of not colours. And this is just multicolored because why not? Nobody's not going to see it, especially when you look inside the actual brake fan itself. And talking about that, yeah, this is how awful it looks inside. You can see bracket pieces, studs on the side, mixed colours. That's pretty much how you do it. Point out this so people can take a design choice. And yeah, that's pretty much Toad, to be honest. Make sure I got the white way. Swap Toad with Bradford. And now go on to the brown brake fan. Okay, I could have the chance of redoing him into the new spiteful brake fan style, because this meant to be looks like that, but with open ends. But I think I didn't, due to the fact that I wanted this to make an excuse of showing to kids this is what I used to build, this is how I now build it, this is the comparison, you can go on and build, go along with that. But I haven't kept it all to original scale because you can just see the new framework for all brake fan wire, all brake fans coming. And if you've seen the Victoria video, this is pretty much the same to there. So if you haven't seen that video, basically these L shapes that you sawed for Bradford and Toad's bottom part, this section here, that's actually now on the top section. See, you've got a bit of shimmer now, going all the way down there. Underneath, you've got all these lollipops, I'm going to call them lollipops, to attach on the ground. And then you've got skeleton pieces. You might just see, yeah, there you are. Skeleton pieces going upwards. It will just to give us enough height. And yeah, another lollipop piece to connect it to here. And yeah, since there's very rare to actually have these on multiple things, like you might see on Victoria, I use one of these 1x2 round plates to attach the actual running board or foot plate to keep it in the air. Since we're down here, future brake fans will more likely have Breckland bricks wheels. I'll put that in the bottom in the description below. They got spokes and they are being attached by one of those 1x2 with holes in it. Like the, I really do not know how to describe one of these. You might see it for helicopters or something like that. But yeah, that's give this lovely effect of a footwell. So a minifigure can step there, and then go into the brake fan. This is the new buffer beam that I'm talking about, the new bracket buffers. It's more thicker than the actual trucks, but it's pretty much the same as the normal engines. That should have a couple in, have one of these on the other side, but must have lost it somewhere. As you can see, the framework is pretty much sort of like what Bradford to have. It's like having bricks just going up and having a thick plate going across to hide the fact that there are studs here. That's the thing, that's the reason why I have to redesign Toad, just so he doesn't have this awkward top part on it and be more efficient, more slimmer. And yeah, these grill pieces are pretty much like what Toby have, or what the Flying Scotsman fans have. Yeah, it's just like grills going upwards. So if you look on the other side, you can see the grills coming out the other way. And yeah, in the middle of the brake van, you've got a whole white section going along. And since this got an awkward way to build it, I had to put bricks going upwards here, just so it can fill it in, because these are not coming into 1x1s, it only comes in 1x2s. So you have to have this awkward gap in the middle to go around the ducats. That's a shame, but oh well, never mind. And got a face at the front, is a 3x3 pretty much. And I think, yeah, this is the only one that does not, I think the next two do not got their roof comes off, but doesn't matter anyway. Pretty much the windows are pretty much the same, just normal window pieces. Door is pretty much a doorknob, well, basically headlamp bricks as a doorknob. And that's pretty much it for the brown brake fan. And now, the last and not least, I'm going to call this despiteful brake fan on this video. Even though this is not the despiteful brake fan. The despiteful brake fan will have a different colour roof to identify that he is the troublemaker fan. But in the Reverend Andre's videos of his model railway layout, it's like this is the typical brake fan that you see pretty much most outly throughout the whole layout. And this is the latest redesigns as well. So it's got one of those new wheel design, the new foot rails to climb up. I have got stud jumper on here because all the other ones will have tiles, but this one's got the jumper, so you can have a car popping out going. And yeah, so pretty much the face. To be honest though, it's more better to look at the back of this one. Yeah, so pretty much this is a bracket coming out and then attached with a plate and then tiles. This one has just got an extra plate underneath it to raise it out and go downwards to make it into a go overlapping. This is one of the better versions. And it attached to the roof with one of those newer, well, I don't want to call it newer, 1x1 bracket piece. Don't see that so often. They do it in dark grey now. I think my other brake fan have it, but at the time when I built the first one, they did not have that dark grey version. And talking about having light grey instead of dark grey, the windows as well. It's like the same with Toad. It's just like I wish they got dark grey, but at the moment they only got light grey, so I have to suffer with that. This is the only one that does not got the headlamp brick as a doorknob. I only just got a stud. I need to change all of them out to a rollerblade pieces to affect that. And pretty much the sides will be pretty much, hold on, let me just take one off. It's pretty much attached with one stud just here. You can just see the inside just there. I think this one was temporary, trying to be new to see if I can motorize this, but failed. So there's a stud on this one, and attached to here. And then it goes all the way up to the 1x6 tile. So just there, and that will actually act as the sticking power for the rest of the item. So all the rest is just basically movement. I should really build a safety barrier, so if I move one of them inwards, it doesn't like mess it all up and I need to resort it all again. But as you can see, I can just take it out like that. Any ducats that you see will pretty much be like this kind of design, where you've got a bracket piece coming out to show off a little bit extra detail. You've got clear tile just there to make it look like he can pop his head out. This one is the one with the cheese slope coming outwards, then a tile, 2x2 tile, and then it's got a 2x2 with 2 studs and 2 not studs on top to make it look like a little bit overhang to make it look seamless. Let me put this back on. Got some of those bricks, and I think it's meant to have that different design on it to go like that. As you might see, notice on the other ducats, on the other fans, they are actually cheese slope, 1x2 tile, and then another cheese slope. This one is the only one with a cheese slope, 2x2, and then something on top to make it go inwards a bit. Whew. But yeah, that is pretty much every single brake fan that I own at the moment. Like I said, I will definitely update all the rest of the brake fans to be high quality. But until then though, I hope you Master Builders enjoyed the show today, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Until then though, cheerio!